buildings that had been closed since this thing happened in 20 is slated for total reopening. So I would just say, don't get lax. Don't stop washing your hands. Don't sit up there. Keep on going to these restaurants and doing Postmates every single night because, just they're not the most hygienic things. If you can cook your own meals, if you have basic culinary skills, cook for yourself. I understand if you're an entertainer or if you travel the road, your job requires you to travel, or you're working hours where, you don't feel like cooking when you get home. But I would just say, cut back on going out to eat and ordering in. So you want to control as much of it, that flow of food, as they say in food sanitation. You want to control as much of that as possible. And when you're eating out or ordering in, the control level is not there because you don't know what's happening to the food by the time it gets to your plate or by the time it gets to your door. Because, with them Postmates and delivering services, they're probably going to, take a little hit there, take a little nip here, little pinch, some fries, the little skinny slice, the end piece of the pizza, things that you like, well, dang, I feel like I know I ordered a large, but why does it just seem like it's gone already? Because it's gone already when it gets to you, because they already done started eating it. At a restaurant, I'm in the I was in the hospitality industry several years. I could tell you some horror stories. I've seen chefs stick their finger down in pans to taste a sauce and then, stick their ungloved finger into a pan. Just like I've seen waiters and waitresses drop food and put it back on the plate because they didn't want to go back and just tell them to make a new one. So, at your own risk, at your own discretion. But if you can help dining out or ordering in, cut that down to a bare minimum. Don't get relaxed, like I said. Don't act like, this thing is just completely over. It ain't over to the fat lady sung, and the fat lady ain't sung yet. So even though we're returning to pre-COVID, we're not at, the level we was at. They're introducing all kinds of stuff into the atmosphere every single day. They got all kinds of chemicals every single day that they're putting in the food. So just, still continue to be cautious, still continue to be safe. I'm not saying be frightful and afraid to live life. I'm just saying be cautious. Don't stop stocking up on your water. Don't start stocking up on your toilet paper. Don't stop, stocking up on your perishable food items, your canned goods and stuff. If you're a homeowner, grow your own food. If you rent, I just gave you some options for the indoor, growing. Try to grow as many edible plants as you can indoors. So, because with this inflation, it's going to keep going up. And in short, we are running out of stuff. We are running out of natural resources. So, keep your head on swivel and have you a higher ground strategy, because this is not over yet by a long shot in this little squeamish. I ain't even gonna call it a war. It's a squeamish. So that little squeamish over there that they're having, that's not going to bode too well for black people. Now, initially when it happened, I was like, I could care less, but then I remembered, oh crap, black people live over there. And I seen how, the UK is treating the black people. They're trying to get to higher ground. They're being denied on planes, trains, and automobiles. They're being denied in certain cities in the Ukraine. They don't want black people in there at all. And not for nothing, he just signed a $13-something million bill to go help the Ukraine. But, we don't got reparations. It's like, well, if we gave them reparations, it'll bankrupt the nation. So, okay, you just got through signing $13 billion to aid the Ukraine. Before you got in office, from the other guy, they sent they had $1 trillion for the COVID relief. But they always talking about they ain't got it. And yes, we should expect to get it. If you do some work, you're supposed to expect to get paid. So we got to keep the same positive energy we keep on everything, all our personal goals that we set for ourselves, for whatever level of success we feel. We got to keep that for each other. Well, darn, I think I do got a speaking point. I didn't think I had a speaking point. I guess the speaking point today is, don't just be satisfied with you and yours. Don't be in that selfish mindset of just me and mine. That's what's killing us. That's what's holding us back as a community. We got so many people. It's like, as long as I'm straight, I don't care. I ain't trying to be the savior. I ain't trying to be the this. I ain't trying to be the that. As long as me and mine are straight, I don't care about nobody else. We got to 86 that attitude and start caring about the future. So it's not, hustle and get some bread. So, cause you don't want to work no more. That's cool. I feel you on that. But don't just be like, oh, just me and mine straight, and I don't care about nobody else. Like, think of future generations, to accumulate wealth after you're long gone. Future generations. For that building, for that, plot of land. You know what I'm saying? For those, tangibles that our government's not giving us, that they owe us, but they're not choosing to give it to us. Be in it for that. Do my part. Find a way to cultivate your gift for the good of all, not just the good of you and yours. And so I guess that would be my speaking points. So final thoughts. Man, love yourself. Love yourself. Don't be so, quick to seek validation from others. Love yourself. If you love yourself, it'll be hard for somebody not to love you. Because the people that walk around hating you and don't like you, it's usually 9 out of 10 that don't love themselves. So, walk in love, emit love, radiate love. Let everything you do in life be led with love. Because if you're doing something out of spite, something out of malice, something where where you're trying to evoke a negative reaction, it's going to come back to you. It might not come directly back to you the way you dispersed it, but it's going to come back to you. And it's going to keep coming back to you until you learn your lesson. It's going to come back to you in many, many different forms. So, said all that to say, just lead with love, and everything else after that will be gravy. We ain't perfect over here, but we are real. So be genuine, be you, be the best version of you. Don't seek validation. I'm not even going to say, I think that's cliche where people say live your truth. Don't live your truth, live the truth. The truth is the truth. Try to get as close to that as possible. And then you will deflect everything around you. Like nothing else can harm you as long as you're the truth. So yeah, that will end it for this segment of the Narrative Podcast. Thanks everyone for listening. So as I've been saying, I am working on a merch line, Narrative Podcast merch line. Should be sometime mid-April. For right now, I'm also doing poetry. I'm posting brand new poems every single day now on my poetry blog. It's called Hallzie's Poetry Corner. And the web address is www.mrhalziesblogs.com. My tagline is Poetry with a Passion, Poetry for All Occasion. It's on blogger.com, powered by Adam. You can support it simply just by logging in and leaving me a comment. It doesn't have to be a super duper long comment. Just visit the link, leave me a comment. Today's poem is titled Well, did I post it? Let me see. Switch up. No, that's not the right. Let me say, check it for the more accurate. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my titles, but I think today's poem is Rise Up. I don't know why it says switch up on the quote, but I'm going to fix that. Sorry it took so long with that long pause. Because I was like, something's not right. But again, I ain't perfect. I'm also drafting a book, so that'll be out probably by the end of May. I'm in the near completion stage. And I already told you I'm working on some merch line. I'm trying to still get guests. Still trying to transition to a video format. I'm on the audio format But speaking of audio format,